Hi and good morning. I'm applying a little bit of the Sculpted by Amy Second Skin in 3.5. I'm going to do a full Sculpted by Amy look today. I've got all of the products on my table. I'm actually going to be in Dublin this time next week with Sculpted by Amy for a little event that we're doing together. There's 2 days of events that we have, and then I will most likely be heading to Barcelona after that for a job. And I'm excited, but I'm sort of hoping that I'm not coming down with something because I feel a little funny, and I've been feeling a little funny for the past few days. I think it might be that I've been working out a lot and like potentially just pushing myself, and I have Hashimoto's, this thyroid issue, and apparently you're supposed to not work out in a certain kind of way, I read once, but who knows if that's true. Any advice? Or does anybody else believe that theory? Well, first of all, I love this product. This is beautiful. Second Skin medium coverage. I applied it into my brush so it went on a little sheerer than how it probably could if I applied it with a thicker brush. And now I applied it to my brush, priming the brush. That always thins out a product a little bit. This is the concealer in the shade Grwm. Yeah, Grwm, the Skin Silk Concealer. But I feel like every day I wake up and I feel like I haven't slept. And I also keep going to bed really hot. But our apartment is also like hot all the time. But yeah, I just feel a little off. Just like tired, lethargic, brain fog. Could be my thyroid acting up. Maybe I should go get a blood test. And wow, Sculpted by Amy. Go girl. Yeah, I read once that like if you train too hard, you can like give yourself like thyroid fatigue. I don't know how true that is, like I said, and maybe I've done that, or maybe I'm just coming down with something because it is the season. This is a lip liner pencil, Sculpted by Amy in Rose. Okay, popping it on there. It's a bit pink for me for a lip liner, but I am going to border it with something more neutral. So yeah, next week I'll be in Dublin with Tarek and Hannah, who's on my team. We're going to be there for about 3 days. I'm going to need all the food recs. Actually, somebody did DM me a very comprehensive list of places to eat. So this lip liner has a built-in lip gloss inside of the packaging. Cool. It's like a silky, satiny formula. Not sticky, more of like a lip conditioner. And I'm going to use a little bit of a lip liner that kind of gives me a little bit of a cooler toned edge. This is actually an eyeliner pencil that can also be used around the lip. It is the Nabla Mauve shade. And you know, when I do my makeup, I don't really plan what I'm going to do. I sort of just wing it. I'm going to use this palette. I sort of just wing it when I'm doing my own makeup and just sort of play and see what happens. Sometimes I use an image, a reference photo, as far as like what it is that I might want to do as vibe, but then I'll twist it and make it my own. But I like that sort of element of play when I'm doing my makeup that doesn't sort of feel like I'm planning too much and I'm just letting each product decide what each product is. My skin looks glorious. I'm using the bronzer shade now from the same palette. I will be traveling with this. It is a great little sort of travel palette with a bunch of different textures and shades in it that you can use in multiple ways. I love discovering new brands and trying new brands that I've tried Sculpted by Amy before, but I love having an opportunity to try a lot of things from their line as opposed to getting just one launch in the mail. When you get, what I mean by that is, you know, a brand will send you their new launch and their latest sort of, you know, innovation and whatever. And sometimes it's just like 20 shades of one lipstick, but it's nice to be able to try a sort of collection of things from one brand. This is very beautiful. I think a lot of Sculpted by Amy's products are made in Korea, and I love that because I think Korea is great for formula and innovation and just like beautiful, interesting textures. Wow. I am that tired that I was just talking to myself for a whole 3 minutes and hadn't pressed record. Thank God for makeup. So I forgot what I was saying, but I was saying that I think that the Irish community in the makeup lovers category is so die hard and like so dedicated, like maybe more than the Scousers. I did an event with Brown Thomas a few years ago. I have no idea if I'm repeating myself because I can go back, but I'm too tired and I've got too much to do to go back and see what I said in the past frame. It's kind of a long-winded way to do it on TikTok, because I film in the app while I'm doing it, while I'm doing my content. When I was there last for Brown Thomas, I just remember the energy was just so great. I'm using the dark brown shade from the palette now. The energy was just so great, and like they really turned up. They really turned up and turned out. Like, it was amazing. And actually, for the meetup that we're doing on Saturday next week, already has about 250 people coming, and so that's going to be exciting. I would definitely arrive early to just sort of get in and get sort of settled. So yeah, I'm excited and intimidated. Eye is shaping up to be something quite. Do not be afraid to stretch the product out and sweep it away from the eye so that you get a pulled out, elongated eye look. And do the eye with the eye open if you have a hooded eye, and go into that fold that swallows the colour intensely so. You see? If I didn't do that, then it wouldn't be visible when my eye was open. Now today I have a laundry list of things to do. I have to go tailor some pants that I want to travel with next week, so just cozy and easy and chic, and I need to travel next week with a lot of clothes for a lot of different climates perhaps, and so I'm not really sure what I'm packing for just yet. I'll know later next week, but I might be packing for about 3 or 4 different countries, and I'll also need my kit, so I need to sort of have a very strategic packing week next week for a couple of weeks of travel. And so I'm tailoring some pants today. I'm going to start going through my kit and sort of organizing it and sorting it out. It's going to be great. Now you do want to close the eye and blend into that area that you probably missed from blending with your eye open, FYI. I am so very impressed with all of this stuff. Like I said, I had tried Amy products before about a year ago. I would never work with a brand that I hadn't like actually tried their product before. But this week when I was sort of getting ready to travel, I realized that I didn't have anything in New York. I have stuff in the UK from Sculpted by Amy, because when I was there over Christmas, I think last year, I got a bunch of stuff to play with, and they were also in my in a goodie bag that I did for an event once. But I'm very impressed with how all of this looks and feels and applies. Beautiful stuff. I'm gonna do the mascara as last. Ooh, I can already tell I'm gonna love. Wow. So this mascara is a heavy deposit mascara, which means it deposits a lot of color and product as you apply it. There's 2 reasons for that. Could be the wand having like a lot of sort of space between each of the teeth, or it could be this thing inside of the tube called the wiper. I'm assuming it's the wiper because it's not pulling off loads of product as it comes out, which if you are a mascara lover in the respect of how heavy you want your lashes to look and black and thick and rich, you will love this mascara. If you like a more simple sort of combed through lash, you might want something else, but this is my kind of mascara. I've also never seen a mascara this black. I don't think ever. Like, this is nuts. I'm gonna give it a little time to dry on this side, go to this side and come back and build this side even more. Do you like these rambly, chatty get ready with me's? I always wonder. I'm always like, are these annoying or are these fun and interesting? Okay, on a second application of this, aka my second eye, I'm noticing that you can really just leave it simple and clean and not have to do as big as I did on this side, but I do like that I can just deposit a lot of product. This is also an amazing mascara if you are one of those people that likes to touch up your mascara throughout the day, because I believe that you will be able to get a lot more product on throughout the day if you feel like you touch up before you go out at night. And that's just based on how it applies, because it applies and deposits as opposed to combs through. It does comb through, but it deposits as well. Holy moly, this mascara is nice. Oh my god. So I am going to go for a little walk, get some fresh air, scope out the weather, maybe get on my Van Moof electric bike and go for a little ride. But Tammy Faye called. She says she wants her mascara back.